Welcome everyone to my channel, that is Fast and Easy Maths, which is dedicated to give you tips and tricks related to mathematics. So if you're new to my channel, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also hit the bell button besides it, so that you get notified whenever I push up a new video. So today we are going to talk about progression based quant questions, meaning questions which are asked in the quantitative analysis section of entrance exams such as GMAT, CAT, SAT, ACT, etc. And these are based on progression, meaning arithmetic progression, geometric progression, or harmonic progression. Okay, so let's talk about the first question, which is if three positive real numbers x, y, and z are in AP such that x into y into z is equals to 4, then what is the minimum value of y? Trust me, students, this is one of the most easiest question which anybody could have asked. So if you have any of the exams asking this kind of a question, I would recommend that please go ahead and try it out. Okay, I'm telling you, you will hardly make any mistake, especially after watching what I'm going to show you. Another thing, students, please stick to the end of the video, because at the end of the video I'm going to push up a similar kind of question which can be based on this one or this one, and the answer of that you can comment in the comment section. Okay, I will let you know whether you're right or wrong. In case you are wrong, then don't worry, I will give you an explanation for the same. Now let's talk about this question. They are saying that x plus y plus z are, sorry, x, y, and z are in AP. So we can say that 2y is equals to x plus z. This is first thing which we know. And since it is in AP, we always know AP will always be greater than or equal to, sorry, AM. The arithmetic mean will always be greater than or equal to the geometric mean, which will be always greater than or equal from the harmonic mean. Now, what is the arithmetic mean of x, y, z? That is nothing but x plus y plus z upon 3. Okay. Can I say that is greater than or equal to the geometric mean, which is nothing but root of x into y into z? Correct? Cube root, sorry. Cube root of x into y into z. Okay. So now I'm sure after looking at this particular equation, you would have figured out how to do this, because we know that x plus z is equals to 2y, and here 1y is already given. So 2y plus y upon 3 should be greater than or equal to the cube root of xyz is given as 4. Okay, so we can say 3y upon 3. So that's nothing but 3y upon 3 will be greater than or equal to the cube root of 4. So now I can say that y is greater than or equal to the cube root of, sorry, cube root of 4. Now here they have already mentioned it has to be the minimum value. So the minimum value will always be the equal to value. So I can say option C is my correct answer. Okay, students, this one was really easy, so I recommend, and trust me, this was actually asked in one of the toughest exams. Okay, they do give these kind of questions also. Okay, so the only challenge is for you guys to identify these kind of questions. Okay, so whenever you have these kind of, this particular kind of question, please go ahead and solve it out. Okay, as you saw, we hardly took 2 minutes for it, hardly took 2 minutes for me to explain this question. Okay, so now the next one is three positive numbers form an AP if the AP formed is increasing. Okay, and the middle term of the GP is doubled, then the new numbers are also in AP. Okay, so the GP is, can I say, AR and AR square, and if the middle term is doubled, so I can say the arithmetic progression series would be something like this. This was my geometric progression. Okay, now since they are in AP, I can say that 4AR is equals to A plus AR square. Why? Because 2 times the middle term is equal to the sum of the first and the last term, or sum of the first and the third term. Okay, now you need to find the value of common ratio. So what you can do is you can divide the entire equation by A. So you get the A out. So now I can say now I can say R square minus 4R plus 1 is equals to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation, and here I know that if I factorize 1 ahead, I won't be able to solve it with normal factors of 1. So you need to use the formula. If you don't know how to use the formula, then I've already made a video of that. So the link of that will be available on top. Okay. So without fail, do go ahead and watch that video as well. But do watch that video after completely watching this video. Okay. So now r is equals to minus b. So minus of minus 4 is plus 4 plus minus root of b square, that is 16, minus 4 into 1, into a into c, which is 1 and 1. So it's just 4 upon 2 into a, which was 1. So that gets you 4 plus minus root of 12 upon 2. Okay. Now this 12 can be written as, this 12 can be written as 4 into 3. Okay. So here I can take 4 plus minus 2 root 3 upon 2. I can take 2 common from the numerator. So I'm left with 2 plus minus root 3. Now students, as you can see, we have two values, plus or minus. So which one you will take? Yes, you will take the positive one because it is said that it is supposed to be increasing. So here your option C will be your answer. Students, please understand, whenever you get stuck at the end, so go ahead and check in your question. I'm sure they would have given you some hint which you're supposed to use to get your final answer. Okay. Another thing, students, if you have any particular doubt in any of the other topics of mathematics, or if you need me to give you tricks with which you will remember the formulas or how to solve certain kind of questions, please go ahead and comment it in the comment section, because once you do that, I will try to make a video on that as well. Okay. Now, as promised, I'm going to write down a question and whose answer you will mention in the comment section. Okay. Now, here we will say, if three positive real numbers, let's say a, b, c, are in AP such that a, b, c is equals to 6, then what is the minimum value of b? I'm sure when you read this question, you would have orally guessed what is the answer. So I'm not going to write down the options. Okay. Please go ahead and write the answer in the comment section. Also, students, if you really like the way I'm explaining, then don't forget to hit the like button until it turns blue. Okay. So what happens when you hit the like button is, the first thing that happens is I get tremendous amount of encouragement in making these kind of videos. Another thing that happens is that you actually tell the YouTube that these videos are important for whoever is searching content related to mathematics. So what does the YouTube do is that YouTube shows these videos to whoever is searching for mathematics related topics on YouTube. So in a way, you're helping others as well. Also, students, I have a lot of queries from y'all asking what book to refer if you want to increase your basics. Also, and many of y'all are inclined towards learning Vedic maths. So I have found a book which is available on Amazon, and the link of that book has been mentioned in the description. You can go ahead and check that book as well. The reason is that that book would actually work on your basics. But trust me, if you don't do the practice on your own, no amount of book or no amount of videos will actually help you to excel mathematics. So I recommend all of you all to practice whatever I'm showing on YouTube at least, like 5 to 6 times. Once you get the hang of it, then you're good to go. But until and unless you get the hang of it, I recommend all of you all to keep practicing these kind of tricks and tips. Okay. So I think that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye. See ya.